Hi, third graders. I'm back with some more books for you for our author study. And this week's going to be a little different because two books that we're going to read are going to be by the same author, but then two books we're going to read are not. They're just going to be books that I would like you to compare and contrast because all four books this week are related to people of different cultures and how they get books or how they read or the importance of books to them in their home country or town. So I'd like you to compare some different things here as far as how people read depending on where they are. Okay. The first book that we're going to read is called The Librarian of Basra. And it is a true story about events that happened in Iraq. Okay, and Iraq is a part of the Middle East. And the author is Jeanette Winter. Okay, so let's read The Librarian of Basra and see what happens with the books there. Aliyah Mohammed Baker is the librarian of Basra, a port city in the sand-swept country of Iraq. Her library is a meeting place for all who love books. They discuss matters of the world and matters of the spirit. Will planes with bombs fill the sky? Will bombs fall here? Will soldiers with guns fill the streets? Who among us will die? Will our families survive? What can we do? What do you think is happening in this country that they're having this conversation? Until now, they talk only of the war. Aliyah worries that the fires of the war will destroy the books, which are more precious to her than mountains of gold. Why are books more precious to her than mountains of gold? Why do you think they would be so worthwhile to her? The books are in every language, new books, ancient books, even a biography of Muhammad that is 700 years old. She asked the governor for permission to move them to a safe place. He refuses. Why do you think he refused? Why wouldn't he think it's important to move books? So Aliyah takes the matter into her own hands. Secretly, she brings books home every night, filling her car late after work. The whispers of war grow louder. Government officials are moved into the library. Soldiers with guns wait on the roof. Aliyah waits and fears the worst. Then rumors become reality. War reaches Basra. The city is lit with a firestorm of bombs and gunfire. Aliyah watches as library workers, government workers, and soldiers abandon the library. Only Aliyah is left to protect the books. Why do you think she's risking this? All these other people have run or left trying to protect themselves, but she refuses to leave the library. She calls over the library wall to her friend Anas Muhammad, who owns a restaurant on the other side. Can you help me save the books? I can use these curtains to wrap them. Here are crates from my shop. Can you use these socks? The books must be saved. All through the night, Aliyah, Anas, his brothers, and shopkeepers and neighbors take the books from the library shelves, pass them over the 7-foot wall, and hide them in Anas's restaurant. The books stay hidden as the war rages on. Then, 9 days later, a fire burns the library to the ground. So how do you think Aliyah is feeling right now, seeing that this is happening? And was all of her hard work important? Was saving the books and moving them really an important thing to do? The next day, soldiers came to Anas's restaurant. Why do you have a gun? They asked. To protect my business, Honest replies. The soldiers leave without searching inside. They do not know that the whole of the library is in my restaurant, thinks Honest. At last, the beast of war moves on. Aaliyah knows that if the books are to be safe, they must be moved again while the city is quiet. The books need to be moved again. Where do you think she would move them to? So she hires a truck to bring all 30,000 books to her house and the houses of friends. 30,000 books to her house. Oof. In Aaliyah's house, books are everywhere, filling floors and cupboards and windows, leaving barely enough room for anything else. Aaliyah waits. She waits for war to end. She waits and dreams of peace. She waits and dreams of a new library. But until then, the books are safe, safe with the Librarian of Basra. Okay, so this is a story that tells a lot about turmoil, meaning that, not everywhere is a completely safe place to live. And Aaliyah lived in a country where people had to experience fighting around them and a war going on. But why did she think that her job was so important? Okay, why did she think saving the books was so important? So on your chart, mark down the characters, the setting, the plot. So what were the main events that happened? And then theme. What do you think the author wanted you to take away from this book? What is the theme of the story? Thinking of a phrase or one overall word that you could use to describe what the author is thinking. Okay. And I'll be back with another book by Jeanette Winter soon.